we try to understand a Maharishi Kapilācārya, his life, and who is he. Why does Maharishi Kapilācārya's name find place in Vishnu Sahasranamavali? Clean up his hands, and maybe thinking of it like a towel to clean up the hands of the mess. And he chose to clean that up by slightly, gently touching on the earth itself, earth or some portions of the earth. So that is why earth itself is called Medini. So Medini Pataye, Medini's husband will be the Lord. Sahasranam is not just about praise of the Lord only, praise of the importance of the scriptures, praise. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram. Welcome back to the Clay Studios oil painting vlog number 55 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a painting that follows the principle of calligram or micrography, using which the 1000 names of Sri Vishnu are getting painted. While the painting is coming up, I am also trying to understand the deeper meanings lying underneath these names with the help of scriptures from Sanatana Dharma. Whatever I am learning as an amateur, I am also sharing with you via these weekly vlogs. In each vlog, we cover about 10 names and their meanings, and we do take some tangential perspectives from these names into Sanatana Dharma scriptures. So we have already covered names up to 530 in the previous videos. Like I mentioned, even though we do 10 names and meanings in each video, you will see that the names are thoroughly interconnected, and hence I will be making cross references to the previous video. So it will be very helpful if you can take a look at the previous vlogs and come back to this, so you're able to enjoy it much more, understand the deeper meaning, appreciate it, and also maybe find some tools that is effective for your personal or professional life. With that, let's look at the plan for today. So we look at the names starting with 531 going up to 540 and their meanings, and then we try to understand a Maharishi Kapilācārya, his life, and who is he. So we have moved from the deities into the sages lifestyle in the past few vlogs that you can see. That's what we will be doing in today's session as well. Without much ado, let's move on to the names and the meanings first. 531 is Om Maharishi Kapilācāryāya Namaha. The name itself comes up here. Maharishi Kapilācārya is the master of all the Vedas. So the names now start pointing to sages as well. We will look at who he is in a short while from now. 532nd name is Om Kritagnyaya Namaha. Krita refers to the world. It is of the nature of an effect. So that's one of the meaning. The world itself and the nature of its effect itself is referred to as Kritagnyaya. There is another interpretation, that is the faithful one. 533rd name is Om Medini Pataye Namaha. So this is referring to the Lord of the earth, or another interpretation is Hayagriva avatar itself. This is something we have touched upon in vlog number 009, and also in one of the other vlogs, vlog 051, where we talked about the Jnana Anandamayam, the blissful knowledge, the happiness that is coming out of this blissful knowledge, the supreme power of self-knowledge, and the form that it takes, Hayagriva. We have gone a lot into a lot of depth into the story in the previous vlogs. If you look at vlog 9 and come back, you will know that there was a situation where the Vedas or the scriptures were stolen by two of the Rakshasas or demons, let's say, yeah, and it was Madhu and Kaitaba. and they were also destroyed by the Hayagriva or the horse face avatar of Vishnu to first of all reduce the negativity, to just dissolve the negativity and then secure the important scriptures from them. When that process happened, I think we discussed the process as such in the vlog number 9, but when it happened, there was another detail. When both of them asked for a boon that they will not be killed underwater, and the whole war was happening within the water. It was full of water, and the way they need to be destroyed was to find a dry portion, and to do that, Hayagriva had picked them up and used his own thigh as a dry portion of the whole cosmos to crush them and finish them. When he had crushed, there were a lot of muscles in the crushing process get onto the hands of the Lord Hayagriva, and he finds a location to kind of clean up his hands, and maybe thinking of it like a towel to clean up the hands of the mess. And he chose to clean that up by slightly, gently touching on the earth itself. So the fat, that is the made, is supposed to have been transferred from his hand onto the earth or some portions of the earth. So that is why earth itself is called Medini. So Medini Pataye, Medini's husband, will be the Lord. So that's also another interpretation coming out of this. So that's a little bit of a detour, but that is the detail behind it. Now we move on to the 534th name, which is Om Tripadaya Namaha. We have looked at this name so many times. Trivikramaya Namaha was one name we looked at. So this is also meaning in the same, three padam is the foot, 3 feet, you can literally translate it into, but the 3 strides that Vamana avatar took, we have covered this also in great detail. So we move on to the next name, that is 535th name, Om Tridashadakshaye Namaha. That is again 3. But what is this 3? Is this that 3 pada? No. What is this 3 here? So there is a meaning that says one who witnesses the 3 states of us, that is waking state, a dream state and a sleep state, that is influenced by our 3 gunas, sattva, rajas and tamagunas. That is one interpretation. Another is that one who presides over all the devas. I think the first interpretation seems a little more closer to what I am trying to interpret from this. Let's move on to the 536th name, which is Mahashrungaya Namaha. This is referring to one with a great antenna. Oh yeah, he has a very good bandwidth of covering all the cosmos, or one with a great apex. I think it's all referring to the same aspect of he being able to receive and send signals anywhere. Move on to the 537th name, which is Om Krutanta Krute Namaha. Krutanta Krute Namaha refers to one who works out the culmination of what is a being, for example. So he is the one who is culminating or planning the personalities in us, or the propensities in us, the dimension in us, and where we are to be, everything, I think. So that's one perspective. Another is one who brings destruction of Kruta, or manifested condition of the universe. So that's again, if one is deciding on something to be created, another has to be dissolved as well. So it's all, taking different dimensions and different interpretations from that I can see. 538th name is Om Mahavarahaya Namaha. The Varaha avatar is also something we have touched upon in our previous sessions. That is the cosmic boar form Vishnu had taken. And I think that is also covering certain portions of Kapilācārya's life as well. But we will come back to that in a short while from now. 539th name is Om Govindaya Namaha. This refers to Go had a very, very interesting interpretation that we had covered in block 451, I think. The Go could refer to the earth, refer to the world as such, or it could also refer to animal, specifically cow, or refer to any living being thereof. Yeah. So here let's see what the meaning is. One who is attained as the light of the senses is one perspective. Another is again pointing to what we had discussed in the previous sessions. Go could also refer to words. Go could also refer to words. So go could also refer to the worlds, and it could also refer to words per se. Yeah. So words meaning Vedic sentences. He who is known by them as Govinda. So again, the interpretation of Hayagriva that we had talked about previously is now touched upon again. 540th name is Om Sushenaya Namaha. Refers to one who has got about him an armed guard in shape of his eternal associates. So the Bhakta Ganas, you can say, or the Yogini Ganas, you can say, there are the Devatas. These are all, in a way, armed guards associated with him all the time, eternally. That's one interpretation. Another is one who has good number of armies. So points to the Sena. Yeah, it could be the Sena or the army, but army can also be interpreted as the army of wisdom. That's also another perspective to it. With that, we come to the end of the 10 names and the meanings, but we are ready right now for the storyline on Maharishi Kapilācārya. Why does Maharishi Kapilācārya's name find place in Vishnu Sahasranama? By now, like I mentioned in the beginning, you must have seen that the storylines are moving from deities having conflicts or challenges, and deities versus humans, to now humans versus humans. Stories are moving to sages and people who have been like you and me and have moved on to different realms per se. So this is a very interesting storyline, starting with the first man and the woman. We touched upon this topic, like I mentioned, when we talked about the Varaha avatar, of who the first man and woman as interpreted by Sanatana Dharma is. So Swayambhuva Manu and Satarupa are the man and the woman that come out of the whole realm of deities. After the cosmos is generated, the first human forms on the earth is Swayambhuva Manu and Satarupa, and they have a daughter by name Devahuti. They have many children. One of them happened to be Devahuti, and she is given in marriage to a sage by name Kardama or Kardama Prajapati. So this Kardama Prajapati story is also something we have touched upon briefly in one of the vlogs. But just to understand that he and Devahuti ended up having 9 daughters. At the last 10th child, they end up giving birth to a sage, that is Kapila Muni, Kapilācārya. Yeah. So this Kapilācārya is also believed to be another dimension or even the manifestation of Lord Vishnu himself. So he is the why is he so important that his name finds place here? He is actually the founder of Sankhya Yoga. Yeah, what is Purusha, Prakriti, the divine, interpretation of the, the masculine and feminine energies, and the modes of material nature, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So Sankhya is an easy way to say count, to count. Yeah. So Sankhya Yoga talks about anything, all these material elements that can be in count on, and that can be put down into some practical, measurable elements, and that's what was done by Kapila Muni. So that's the reason why he is revered so much, because attaining divinity and being in a state of bliss, all these words will seem mumbo jumbo for someone who has no connection to it. I think he is one of those gurus, those acharyas who made it possible for us to understand our types of behaviors as Sattva, Rajas, easily interpret and easily understand also the connections to our food habits, how is that changing our behavior, all these practical counts, and also the consciousness, how it impacts. We did look at the consciousness aspects also, isn't it? In one of the names here, one who witnesses the three states of waking, dream and sleep. Yeah, Tridasha Dakshaya Namaha, isn't it? So that's something that was interpreted for us to be able to understand and work towards by Kapila Muni. This is just one of the many aspects of Kapila Muni that we have touched upon, but just to summarize here, why is he made a mention? Why we have now touched upon the story of sage Vishwamitra also, Kaushika also. We have looked at deities such as Hanuman. We have understood Sudarshana Chakra, the importance of that Chakra Talvar, the conch. So material, immaterial, living elements, human forms, demigods, half human, half monkey, that was Hanuman also we have touched upon. So what is the common lying red thread? These stories are all metaphors, and they all have played a part in interpreting the high level scriptures in a manner that is conducive to today's environment, in the manner that is consumable by today's people, and in a manner that is approachable for the people of today, isn't it? So that's the whole perspective that comes behind this, and that's also a reason why they all find their names mentioned directly or indirectly in Sahasranamam. Sahasranamam is not just about praise of the Lord only, praise of the importance of the scriptures, praise of the challenges of each and every demigod or a human that has faced the challenges, and how they have come out of it and found another route, is also something that is lying behind a Sahasranamam, and that's exactly what we are trying to do through these different dimensions that we are taking while we are reading not just the names and meanings and moving beyond. We are trying to move beyond that. With that, I come to a close of this particular session. I hope you found this interesting. In different religions and different scriptures, there are these highly important interpreters who have broken down heavy concepts for the humans. Who are they? how do you think they have done it, and what is the methodology? Whatever you know, please do share in the comments. Let's enjoy the knowledge sharing and also the moment of Sahasranama that we are in. With that, I come to a close to this session. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay motivated. Thank you. Bye-bye.